Hi, Heidi Heron here from the Worldwide Institutes of NLP. Today I'm going to be talking about our goal setting tool with NLP, a well-formed outcome. If you're looking for a great goal-setting tool, I'm not quite sure you could go past the well-formed outcome from NLP. Now, there are a lot of various goal-setting tools out there. Probably the best known one is the SMART goal. But the well-formed outcome that NLP looks at really surpasses that in many, many ways. And let me tell you why. There's a few simple steps to the well-formed outcome. You're more than welcome to write them down and ask yourself these questions. And if you have the chance to either learn NLP, or if you already know it, or if you get to work with somebody that is trained in NLP, they'll actually be able to help you dig down deeper and more into your unconscious mind to create an even more robust and realistic, well-formed outcome. Now, we call this tool a well-formed outcome because the questions take a goal or an outcome, something that you desire, and instead of being ill-formed, I want a new dog, I want a bicycle, I want to learn how to ride the bicycle, I want a new job, I want to be in a relationship, instead of just taking something and even making it measurable and specific with, outcomes, we actually take it a little bit further and make it very, very fat. So the well-formed outcome starts to look at what specifically do you want. Not just an arbitrary thing, but what specifically do you want? We're looking at where will you have it in your life? When will you have it in your life? How will it show up in your life? We're interested in what are the resources that you have already. Resources are attitudes, attributes, skills, behaviors. So what are the resources you have, and what resources do you need in order to get this? These questions are starting to get our mind aligned with not just having it, but what it's going to take along the way in order to get it. We're interested in stepping in and having a body experience of it. So when you have this goal, what will you see, what will you hear, what will you feel, what will you think to yourself? So getting the whole VAKID modalities going inside so that our unconscious mind and our conscious mind and our body are also connected to it, therefore will be more likely to drive us forward. I'm also interested when I'm working with myself or other people, what are the steps that you will take to achieve your well-formed outcome? Just creating a goal in and of itself, that's the definition of a dream. Unless you've got steps, unless you've got action in there, it will remain a dream. So what steps can you take? And here we can just brainstorm. We don't necessarily, while we're doing the well-formed outcome, we don't need to make it into, a process. We don't even have to prioritize it or order it. Just what are all the potential things that you could do and need to do and should do and will do in order to achieve your goal? The well-formed outcome also asks a few other questions. One is, for what purpose do you want this? For what purpose? What is the intention of wanting this? This is NLP's way of asking why. Why do you want something? Now, we don't usually ask why, simply because it usually gets like surface level kind of answers. But for what purpose or for what intention, that again connects into the unconscious minds. We start looking at values, we start looking at beliefs, we start looking at concepts of importance. And so therefore it drives us a little bit closer to wanting to do something about it. Oftentimes I've met people that have had the same goal for years and years, and it just keeps going back on their list of things that they want. But they don't really have a good purpose for wanting it, a great intention for wanting it. So therefore it just kind of hangs out in the background. It stays a want, it stays a desire instead of moving into I'm doing this mode. There's a wonderful saying that says, once you have a strong enough why, the how is easy. So ask yourself that question, for what purpose do you want this, a few times so that you can get to that highest understanding of the purpose and the intention of wanting this goal. Two more things. We're looking at what is evidence. Evidence of when you have completed it. Not that you're working on it, not that somebody else has done it, but evidence that you have completed this outcome. What that does unconsciously is it shifts that desire into your present state. So your unconscious mind then goes, oh, I've got that, I've already got that. So it's moving from a want to a reality. So the evidence is a very key step to the well-formed outcome because it will give you that evidence in real life, but also for your unconscious mind to move something from desire to present. And finally, the last question of the well-formed outcome looks at ecology. In NLP, we're looking at ecology being, are we not solving a problem today to create another one tomorrow? Is this solution, is this goal, or the steps included, are they okay for you, for your family, for your workplace, your time, your energy, your family, your financial commitments? Does it work all around? And we want to ask that simply because there is a pitfall sometimes when we're just going for something, that we're not looking at the whole scope. So generally the answer to that one is going to be yes, it is ecological. A couple of times I've come up with from myself and also clients that the goal is not ecological. And ultimately what it does is it takes it off of that hot burner and moves it back to the back burner, or takes it off the stove completely, so that when somebody is ready to do this goal, when it is ecological, when it really is for them, then they'll step back into it. But oftentimes even just understanding it is possible, I know what to do, I know what it's going to be like, but it's just not for now. Oftentimes that is a great piece of information to know as well. So I highly recommend that you go back, write down those various steps, and start to take a look at your goals that you've had and create them into well-formed outcomes. Enjoy.